Alright, so today's lesson we're going to learn about the coordinate plane. Alright, so when you look at the coordinate plane, so first of all, we need to know some vocabulary in this. That way we can understand really well what's the coordinate plane is, how to do it, and all the stuff there. So when you look at the coordinate plane, first thing we need to check is what's the x-axis and what's the y-axis. X-axis, y-axis, x-coordinate and y-coordinate, order pair, and coordinate plane and x-coordinate, and then y-coordinate. Okay. Now let's look at it so we can get some sense out of it. So the first of all, when you look at it, x-axis is this one right here. This is the x-axis. It goes from 0 to this side is a positive, and from here to here is negative. And we can call this as negative x-axis. Same way. And the top one is like vertical. This is y-axis. And I'm going to say some names up here. This is, we can say like x-axis, right? And also horizontal. And also we can call independent. Okay, these are all the same names for the x-axis. Sometimes we may call it like domain. These are all the different names for the x-axis. It's always remembered. It's good to remember those names, so it's always helpful. In the same way, for the y-axis, we have other names too. So for the y-axis, I'm going to use this color, and this we can call as a y-axis. And if this is the horizontal, what's this going to be?
Vertical?
Vertical axis, very good. Vertical axis. And then it's called also dependent. And also you can call it a range. Okay, so that's what it is basically when you look at it, the coordinate plane, first place. Okay, and then we're going to talk about the order pairs. What's the order pairs mean? Like how do we plot them? All those things we're going to check right now. In this one, next what we need to look at is order pair. So the order pair is basically x and y. Basically, if I put it 3 and 2, this 3 is the x value, and this is the y value. Or you can say like x coordinate and then y coordinate, if you want to use the terminology there. Okay, and when you plot these order pairs, you always plot them x first and then y next. That way it's easier. Okay, so the first you go x-axis and then y-axis. And a simple way to remember is, some people say it's like run before you jump. So you need to use the x-axis first, and then you go to the y. Okay, first x coordinate and then y coordinate. That's what you need to remember. So we're gonna plot the points. I'm gonna run a coordinate plane here, and then I want you to plot the points. That's what we're gonna do right now. Okay. Sorry, we're gonna take a coordinate plane. There we go. Now go ahead and then try this. Now, okay, that's good. You can drag it. 4 and 1. Very good. Let's see that. You drop the point. See, this is a good thing. You are doing the work and you are plotting the points. You're never going to forget. So that's what I want to see whenever you do the questions. So 0 and -3. X is 0, y is -3. Good work. I like that. Next one, -2. The point's already there. Yeah, good. -2, -5. -5. Very good. Good. And then -1 is to 1. Good work. -1 positive 1.
Oh, oops. Done.
All right, that looks good. Awesome. See, this is what really nice about this. This is pretty good. So the app that we have, you're using that one, and you did plot all these points from your side. That's why you can remember really good. I like that. Good. Next time when we do it, we're gonna kind of like plot. Once you plot the points, it's always good habit to write the order pair letters too. Like A is, let's say 4, 1, 4 goes here and 1 goes here. We're gonna write it. That's the letter, or the order pair A. Point A, like that. That way you know which point is what, and then we can recognize them what will be. Okay. The next we're gonna plot these points that are given to you, so, and then we can check and where the points are there, and then we also can talk about the locations.
It's green. Oh, never mind. That's coming back.
Hold on for a minute. Okay, hold on for a minute. I like that. You plot the points. It's really good to see that our software here too. You can write it, you can plot it, and then also you can graph them too. In the future, when you go to the Algebra 1 and Algebra 2, you're going to see a lot of graphs using this one. All right?
Yes.
I know. We're going to have a lot of fun with this. That's good. I like it. Okay, so the next concept or the topic in this one, plotting points, is scatter plot. So what's a scatter plot and why we use it is basically, so scatter plot is like a data. So let's say if you're taking the data points of the a month worth of the temperatures. Okay, so what you do is like you take what is today, what's the temperature, it's next day temperature. So you take that data, that's what we can call as all the data, and once you have the data, you can plot them on the graph paper. That's called scatter plot. And then definitely we can see from from the month of January to now, we see a lot of temperature goes up. Okay, because it's a summer. So, and basically the scatter plot will help you a relationship is there or not. Okay, it will help you to see a relationship is there or not. Or not. Okay, so it will help you to get a relationship in there. And from this, you can learn it a little bit more. It's called correlations. Still negative and no correlations. Later time.
8 rainbow.
Hmm.
Oh, 8 rainbow trout. Make a scatter plot of the data shown on the table and describe any relationships.
Oh, so we have what you have here is measure the length of the masses of the 8 rainbow trout. So they got the length and also how much is the mass. So when they measure that, they got some data. And now we're going to plot them on the graph paper so you can see as if there is a positive relation or not. Okay, that's this. When you plot these points, that's called scatter plot. Okay. Now, when you look at this, plotting this data 405 and 715, you take each point and plot the data, and then definitely I can see is there any relation or not. Okay. So when I look at this question, obviously all the data points are going like that. So from this, we can definitely say there is a relation going on too. Okay, so that's why we can decide it whether it is. We are using the scatter plot. We can definitely tell that too. So definitely we can say here is as the length is going up, obviously the weight is going up too. So the bigger the fish is, the bigger the most weight. Okay. All right. Now let's do some practice. And here are some points out there, and also here are the ABCDs out there. You need to write the order pair here. Okay. Go ahead and try this. That's good. I see that you're writing those order pairs. Another important thing, when you write the order pairs, you always need to put a parenthesis right next to it, brackets like that. Okay, that's a good habit of when you write the order pairs. That's pretty good. Thank you for doing that work. All right, that looks good. And you wrote that explanation also. Pretty good. All right, very nice. Now let's look into some error analysis problems. Go ahead and read the question for me. If I'm muted. Yep, good.
Error analysis. Describe and correct the error in motion 2 and -8. Point 2 and -8 is 8 units to the left of origin and 2 units up.
Okay, so tell me what is mistaken there.
They said it's to the left instead of to the right.
Right. So how many units to the right?
8.
2 units to the right. No, not.
Oh, oops, yeah. 2.
Yeah. 2 units to the right and then 8 units down. Okay. So that's a mistake there. All right. So let's use the coordinate grid. All these points right here, and also what figure you get, and tell me the reason behind it. Okay. Go ahead and plot those points on this one. That looks pretty good. I like the hearts that you used and then line shapes. That's more fun to see that one. You join them and use the colorful. And it looks pretty good. I like that. Instead of just boring plotting points, you did pretty interesting. Nice. And it tells me like you understand everything pretty good. Now let's look into the standardized test question. Go ahead and read the question for me.
Standardized test question. Multiple choice. In which quadrant is the point -22, 35 located? Coordinate 1, coordinate 2, coordinate 3, coordinate 4.
Okay, go ahead and try that one first. Okay, how do you get this first quadrant? Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I got the first quadrant by looking at it and saying, okay, so -22 is located on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, darn it. Okay. Yeah.
This is negative x and then positive y. So the negative.
Yeah, I thought it was positive. Sorry about it.
Okay, so what do you think now? Are you going to change your answer to something else?
Yes.
What do you say?
I go -22 is over here. So it would be quadrant 2 actually.
There you go. I like that. So that's very nice. So you change it to quadrant 2. That's good. So you see this negative, that's on the negative x, negative, and then positive, that's going to be the second quadrant. Looks good. That looks good. Looks like you understand the concept really well. And just to review quickly, x-axis, y-axis, order pairs, quadrant 1, 2, 3, 4. Always quadrant 1 here, 2, 3, 4. That's how we go. Okay. And the order pairs, you did a good work by using our software. You plot the points on your own. I like that. And then we did more questions on plotting points. And we learn about the scatter plot, how is that means and what's the data used for, how we can say correlations. And you did a good work on the plotting points and recognizing the points. And the error analysis, that's really important. You did that. And then we applied it into the geometry. And also we practiced the standardized test questions. That's pretty good. Very good.